Alright people, survival is here, and personally I think it's amazing. But before you get started, here are 10 things to know that will help you succeed in this dynamic new game mode. For those that don't already know, survival takes your character and drops him in a harsh and unforgiving environment with basically nothing. You begin with green gear only, and will need to progress from the outskirts of the map to the dark zone to retrieve some valuable antivirals and then extract them. At the end of each session, agents will receive rewards and return to the persistent world to either queue again or go to another area. Number 10. Always plan. Survival is not a game mode where spontaneity will help you. Mark your next location while still in the safe house, take cover before going into your inventory, and always check corners for NPCs if you have not crafted a pulse. Number 9. Score matters. There are a lot of points and modifiers if you win a match, including the time it took, the amount of consumables you brought out with you, the amount of NPCs you killed, etc, etc, etc. Try to complete as many activities as possible and maximize your gain from each session. It's not just about who gets out first, it's about who does the most while they're in there. Number 8. Beware of incoming extractions. When called in, a hunter will spawn to attack you as you extract. These are very powerful, unique NPC archetypes and are not something to be taken lightly. And more importantly, if another player or group approaches an existing extraction, more hunters will spawn and they can rapidly overwhelm you. Number 7. Self-immolation. While battling the elements, you can light yourself on fire and combat the cold at more than double the efficiency than a fire barrel. This can mean life or death if you have an incendiary grenade and decide to light yourself on fire and sacrifice a bit of health if you're far away from a different checkpoint. Number 6. Vision cones. The storm drastically affects visibility, not only yours but NPCs. The enemy aggro range is reduced and you can flank to other places of cover. They will lose track of you during those maneuvers. Use this mechanic to land shots on unsuspecting enemies and make combat much more dynamic. Number 5. Use your consumables. During every survival map, your character is infected and medicine/painkillers will pause this countdown to death. Anytime you have painkillers or medicine in your inventory, to avoid your infection timer reaching 0, use them. You will slowly develop an immunity to these meds, but they are abundant and it is best to pop them frequently and extend your timer. Water and soda will allow you to see loot on the street from farther away. And lastly, food, energy bars, or canned food in particular, will allow you to regenerate health for a period of time and can mean the difference between life and death. All of these have unique bonuses and are best used as frequently as possible. Number 4. Save a medkit. Medkits can be used to self-revive from a down state. In PvE encounters, it's best to always save a medkit and only use it after you have been downed and crawled to a more safe location. This is not the case in PvP. Enemy players will rifle butt you before you can use the medkit, so use everything that you have to avoid going down at all when fighting enemy players. Number 3. Memorize spawns. The resources in chests are not random. When you spawn, if you can remember where some weapon parts are, go get them fast because there will be optimal routes emerging soon, and I will try to cover them as well myself. That will be the most efficient ways based on each spawn to get a full set of sufficient gear to complete the objective. Number 2. Crafting is king. You craft everything that you need. You can craft medkits, clothing, gear, weapons, and mods. Resources are plentiful, and this is the primary way to improve your character's strength. You are required at certain points to craft certain game progressing items, such as the flare gun to extract, or the contamination mask to enter the dark zone. Number 1. Cold can kill. Cosmetic items now have a warmth stat and must be used to counter the freezing cold temperatures in order to survive and scout for longer periods of time looking for resources. Take a look at your inventory periodically and make sure in every slot you have the best item with the highest number equipped to survive the element. That's going to wrap it up for our 10 tips on surviving survival. If you like the channel and want to support, please check out the links below. And as always guys, thanks for watching and have a nice night.